What's up, man? Doing good, bro. How about you? Hey, as the title implies, what would you do with $100 Bass Pro Shop gift card? I think it's legit. Just saying. How would you spend it? If you want to wait, that's fine because it's just you and me in here. So how's your New Year Eve going, dude? I know it's kind of a hectic day for everybody. Sort of. I'm sorry. Hey, did you watch my last video? Yeah, dude, I'm tearing now. I cannot wait for spring. Damn, son. I got some doozies for y'all too on this pre-spawn spring stuff. I've got a bait that nobody throws, man. Like nobody throws it. But I catch big fish on it every year. And I'm gonna wait till I can actually catch the big fish on it again this year. And I'm sure you probably know what it is if you follow my channel, any length of time. But yeah, I'm like you, man. I cannot wait for spring to get here. It's uh, it's like, fuck. My bill's all weird. My bus driver's all weird. Come on, everybody have that bus driver named Bill. Yeah, that was all right. I don't know. The whole premise behind this is I got a $100 gift card. Well, let me rephrase that. I had 200, but now I have just 100. You think it's a glide bait, a glide or a blade bait? No, it's not. But I will tell you this though. I just found this out that Bass Pro Shop has their Boss glides, not the swerves, not the new ones, the bigger, taller swerves with the hairtail. Not those, the Boss ones, the original ones. They have an 8-inch version now. They're like $20. I bought one of those fuckers today, actually, along with some Jason Cresty spinner baits. So that's what I spent some money on, but now I have $100 left. So that's the premise behind this whole thing. Yeah, I'll tell you right now, dude. I've caught fish on the I think they're 6 inch or 6.5 inch glides. They're called Boss glides. I've caught two fish on them literally within the first month of using them, and I was like, all right, that's cool. Obviously they work. I can't remember what I did to them. I changed one of the hooks on one of them. I can't remember if it was heavier or lighter. Because I know they sink, the 6-inch ones. I think I changed it to a lighter hook to where it will hang there a little bit. When you twitch it, it will hang there a little bit longer before it starts to sink. I think that's what I did to it. I can't remember what hooks they have on them. They're fairly big. I mean, I think they're like 3 or 2s. I think I changed it to a 4, like the front one. Not both of them, just the front one. I'll tell you what, dude. When you said blade bait, I don't really do a lot of blade baiting in the spring. I mainly do a lot of naked shadow baits. That's one of the things that I was just talking about that nobody throws. It's just a chatterbait head with a straight tail minnow on it, and I've got, I don't know, few videos on my channel that shows that what the can my friend okay, I don't even know, can my friends and Emma get a shout out? What's up, D and E? How's it going? I don't even know how to pronounce that front one, dude. If you put an N in the EMMA, it would make more sense because it'd be something in enema. Not sure. Diarrhea enema. So, yeah, work on the spelling on that one, dude. Yeah, or Danny. Danny and Emma. Shout out to Danny and Emma. Not sure. Is it their birthdays or something? Or they just got a $100 Bass Pro Shop gift card too? Because that's why we're here. What would you spend with $100 gift card at Bass Pro Shop? What would you buy? Cheers. Yeah, so you would buy the whole store. It's her birthday. Okay. Shout out to Danny and Emma. There was actually a girl at work that her birthday was today too. I wish her a happy birthday too. Happy birthday, Carol. I don't know if y'all can see this or not, but I'm using my daughter's pumpkin as a backstop for my phone. It's got like all kinds of goodies in it. Like seriously, it's still got fucking, like I could sit here and fucking eat goodies for like ever. It's got all kinds of stuff in here. So if you see me eating any of this stuff, shut the fuck up. Okay, don't judge me. I'll get diabetes by myself. My favorite fish to catch is bass. Largemouth bass, smallmouth, spots. I like hybrids too. But I like largemouth because I think they're more elusive and they're harder to catch than smallmouth. Um, they're just, I don't know, they're just a little bit more tricky. You have to think a little bit harder about where they are versus. I'm not saying smallmouth are easy to catch. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I think largemouth are favorably, if you're looking for the puzzle, they're harder to catch than smallmouth. Where I live, which is Kentucky. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to disagree with that, dude. I mean, they live in, if you look, you're going around a lake and got trolling motor going, and you're just like junk fishing because you don't know what's going on. You're at a new lake. You see a brush pile, like, hugged up to the bank, and there's some wind blowing on it, and you're like, there's probably something in there. I would suspect. So you're going to flip a jig or a creature bait, or if it's shallow and if it's there's water over the top of it, you're going to run a frog or something over top of it. Okay, I got a big question from Jonathan. I was to spend $100 though. I would get a variety of square bills and medium divers, probably some suspending jerkbaits, Curl-Tech grubs and jig heads, and maybe some naked chatterbaits. That'd be a pretty good haul. I would go with that. The only problem you have, dude, they do have the naked chatterbaits that I'm talking about. They're just the heads from Z-Man, but they only have the silver and they have the gold, and they have the silver in 4/0 and they have the gold in 4/0 in half ounce. And I'm not saying you should do this, but Tackle Warehouse actually has the half ounce in black. The actual blade is black, and they have the hook in 5/0. And if you've never seen one of those videos where I'm talking about where I'm rigging that up, the 5/0's a big deal. I wish I had one on me. I would show you how to rig one right now, but I don't. Happy New Year's. And thanks, dude. Appreciate it. I'm on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram too. Hey, but Jonathan, if you're gonna get those jig heads from Z-Man, definitely get them from Tackle Warehouse. Get the 5/0 hooks with the black. Now, I'm not saying the silver and gold don't work. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I've caught more big fish on the black ones than I have the gold and the silver. And forever, whatever you do not get the ones that are a quarter ounce. I don't know if I'm using the wrong line that's too big or too big of a bait. Like I'm saying, like when I say bait, I'm talking about like the straight tail minnow on the back of it. I don't know if I'm using the too big one, but if you don't get that thing straight, it veers off to the side and you have to stop, which is not a bad thing. If it veers off, you stop and then retrieve it, and if it rolls up like that, you have to stop again. I fucking hate that. It gets bit too. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying that the half ounce 5/0 is the way to go. Oh, well, I apologize. Thank you, ma'am. I would greatly appreciate that. All I can see is your avatar is only at A, so I can't really see. Nowadays you never know. So, Jonathan, what kind of square bills would you get? The medium divers and jerk baits. What's up, man? Just chilling, bro. Hey, Digger, what would you get for with $100 Bass Pro Shop gift card? That's the question of the day. If you had $100 to spend at Bass Pro Shop, what would you get? Let's see if I can do this. This is gonna be awesome. Hell yeah, dude. Clearance. Clearance till January 9th. I don't get paid to say that either. I don't get paid by Bass Pro Shop. I'm not sponsored by Bass Pro Shop. Just saying, if you had $100 to spend at Bass Pro Shop, what would you get? That's all I'm saying. Dude, I bought a bunch of spinner baits. A bunch of spinner baits, actually. Uh, if y'all haven't checked out Jason Christie's YouTube channel lately, you should do that because he's got a new series called the Brown Chair, where he like sits down in a brown chair and just talks about stuff. It was really good, and some of his older stuff's really good too. I mean, he does like all kinds of how to stuff and whatnot. So yeah, I see we don't have a whole lot of people who have opinions on what they would buy at Bass Pro Shop. I mean, it could be anything. I mean, like I would buy a coat. It doesn't have to be fishing stuff. It could be anything. Like I would buy a jacket. That'd probably be all you'd have money for. Pair of shoes, pair of boots. These nuts. I'm joking. Not these nuts. Anyway. KBD, square bills, Repless shad wraps. Yeah, it's pretty solid. Pretty solid. Can't really go wrong with either one. The I mean, for the money, you can't really beat the KVD square bills at all. And then I'm telling you, the shad wraps are just such an underrated jerk bait because they if you get the ones that sink, I don't know if you talking about the ones that sink because there's versions. I think there's versions that float and there's versions that sink, but the ones that sink, them things dart really, really well. And you don't have to have like a what's the word I'm looking for? You can use them on a medium rod and they still jerk just fine. They don't jerk as good as they do on medium and heavy. I'm just saying. They don't. But they're definitely an underrated jerk bait for sure. Right. Has anybody here got TikTok? I'm gonna stay on here for a while, but I'm just saying. How many times at 10 o'clock? I'll probably stay on here. I'll stay on here till like 11 or so. Come on, we got like an hour. There's no reason for everybody to leave. Don't leave. Don't leave like Steve. Please, please, Mr. Steve. Harvey. Well, hey, Jonathan, I got a question for you. If you checked out my video, my last video, that was a toughie. Promise you. I don't know. It was a tough one. I know that, like, I, I think right now I paddled so hard into that wind, man. That was rough. The wind that day was just terrible, like absolutely terrible. And it was just I don't know if anybody's ever paddled into that kind of a wind. It was kind of like that front that I encountered about, I don't know, 4 months ago. I think it was like early October, late August, where there was an actual front came through, and I'm sort of paddling, and I couldn't do anything. Like I literally could not do anything. I wasn't going nowhere. So the only thing I could do, was go this way to the bank, and then go up the bank, and it didn't even make a difference. But anyway, this past Sunday was pretty similar to that. It was really, really similar. I felt like I was going nowhere. So I finally got to where I was going, and I looked on my 2D sonar, and it was like all crappie, like all of it was crappie. Like there's like literally 15,000 crappie here. No bass, no bass. There could have been some white bass in there, but there was no largemouth. And then, like after I got past the hump that I was fishing, I went down to the point that I went around originally, and there was crappie there, and there was still like literally my entire fucking phone screen was nothing but crappie. And I was like, oh my gosh. So next time I'm gonna be prepared. I'm gonna definitely fish for some crappie, that's for sure. I probably could have tossed down a damn anything and they would have bit it. I can't say that because I don't know that. But there was enough of them there where they seemed to be in like competition for it. There was shad all over there too. It was like I don't know how to explain it though. It was like the whole screen was red, and you would see these like little fish, like little um, what sort of little, they were just all over the screen. There'd be like thousands of them. Like there's no way, no way. At the time, I wasn't fishing for crappie, so I just passed it up. But hey, what's up, dear? What would you do for $100 gift card from Bass Pro Shop? What would you buy? I don't know about you, but I'd buy a lot. Hey, think all you want, bro. Think all you want. That's exactly what this is supposed to do. I have $100 to Bass Pro Shop, and I need some ideas, essentially, because I don't know what to get. It's really hard. I'll give some people some money, like a homeless person. Okay, what homeless person do you know that's going to shop at Bass Pro Shop? Think about that for a second. I'm talking about like if you actually had in your possession $100 gift card to Bass Pro Shop, you could not exchange it for nothing. You had to go to Bass Pro Shop to buy some stuff. What would it be? I mean, it could be anything: coat, shoes, boots, lures, fucking. I mean, it could be anything. There's all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's like the outdoors. Well, I can't say the outdoors version of anything because they are the original, but it's like the outdoors version of like what's that place called that has all the arts and crafts and stuff? Is it Michaels or is it what the hell is that place called? No, I cannot donate you a gift card. What I can do, I don't know if you know this or not, but every time I go fishing and I don't catch a bass, I put a lure in a box and it goes to a lucky winner that's going to be chosen on October 31st. And it's looking like it's going to be a bunch because it's wintertime and I'm not really catching a whole lot here lately. So for this past week, I caught one bass. But the prior like 2 weeks, I think 2 to 3 weeks, I haven't caught anything. I haven't caught a bass. Yeah, something like that. So if you want to get in on that, I mean, more power to you. Make a Roblox game that is an Obi that is only for pro Obi players. I don't know what a lot of that means, so you may have to like. I don't even know what the fuck Roblox is. You probably don't want that. Glasses off, by the way. Come on, y'all. I've been drinking beer since like fucking 5 o'clock. Take my glasses off. That's fine. I'm I'm not I'm not creating a game. It's a game of that's for all ages. But so is this. The one I'm talking about is for all ages. Fuck that. Who's the lucky lady? My wife. Oh, I don't know if I showed you this or not. You see that right there? Do you know what that's from? It's from rubbing inside of my wife's thighs. If you're wondering. Yeah, she is a lucky lady, by the way. And I'm a lucky guy. I can't right now. My wife is awesome. I can't. Yeah, I can't say a whole lot bad about her. She's awesome. She don't say a whole lot about me going fishing on Sundays and stuff, so can't really complain. You're wearing a Joker hat. Actually, I'm 43. The fact that you said 25 is hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. I mean, dude, look at my fucking eyes, dude. By the way, these are Ben Milliken frames from Wonderland. I don't really like them that much, actually. Well, thank you for the over 25 part, but we both know that's not true. So I love you very much. What would you spend at Bass Pro Shop if you had a $100 gift card? That's what I want to know. If you had $100 to spend at Bass Pro Shop, what would it be? These nuts. Joking. You're looking at. Hold on, Jason. Dude said, I'm looking at my 2026 list of foods and it says D's. No, it's definitely D's nuts. And what's up, Jay? Jay Russ, what's up, though? Doing all right? The question of the day is if you had $100 to spend at Bass Pro Shop, what would you buy? Jonathan, I don't know. Oh, any tips? Okay. Well, they only get down there certain parts of the year. Um, I'll be honest with you, man. The only thing that I really catch them on is blade baits and crankbaits. They're moving fast, like really fast. It's one of those deals where when they see it, they either have to eat it or let it go. And you can't just let them just like see it and burn it real slow. It's kind of one of the deals where you have to burn it down. They'll either eat it or they won't. And I'll be honest with you, I think the blade bait and the warthog from 13 Fishing is probably one of the better ones. Any actually square bill that goes 4 to 5 feet is a pretty good bet. I literally caught a saw guy. I don't know how big it was, but it literally engulfed an entire 3/4 ounce blade or square bill. Like the whole entire thing was in his mouth. The only thing that was sticking out was his line, which I'm surprised that it didn't break off, but it didn't. I got a picture of it somewhere. I can't post it right now, but 13 fishes, warthogs, and blade baits would be my recommendation. What? $100 gift card. Hold on. $100 gift card. I'm getting some 9mm ammo. 223 and new thermal pants. And then I said, seen you caught one at the Deeds Dead Sea last Sunday. You're right, I did. Damn, son, I'm trying out or new meat grinder. New right for you. Okay. we'll start from the beginning. Yes, I think if you're gonna go with some ammo, that'd be a great choice. Now, the Dead Sea, I'm telling you right now, dude, that motherfucker right there, that wind was a brute. It was a brute. I tried to get up to that hump. It was blowing right back in my face, and I'm like, I got to be close. I got to be close because my sonar wasn't working as well as I wanted it to. It didn't say, like, it doesn't show me the entire hump. It just says you're in 6 foot of water, but all of a sudden I'm like 30 yards from 30, 40, 50 yards from the damn bank, but in 6 foot of water. I'm like, I gotta be close. And yeah, what happened was I went that way and I circled back around. I didn't catch anything because I didn't see anything on sonar. I'm like, well, I'm not going to catch anything here, but I'm going to cast it anyway. So I casted there. I casted at that point. I went all the way down that bank. And when I got to the part where that sun was just beaming on those rocks, like right there, on all those rocks, and now that ramp right there, there's a ramp right here and those rocks. And I was like, I've got to catch one right here. There's got to be some because that was the end of my route. That's where I wanted to end up at. Um, I thought that there was going to be one over there somewhere. Whether I caught one or I caught 40. I could have caught 40, but obviously I didn't. I cast it down the bank, and I'm sitting there slow rolling at double Colorado, and I'm like slow rolling it and slow rolling it, and all of a sudden it gets heavy, and I'm like, I thought I had like a piece of grass or something, but it ended up being a fish. And I'll be honest with you, man, I'm really tickled to death that I caught that one, um, because of how poor the rest of the route went. That one, because that's exactly where I wanted to end up at, was over there. The fact that I caught one is pretty good. And let's see. So you would pick a new rod for a big swim bait? Which one is that one? Definitely on a kayak, bro. I would rather fish freshwater, personally. I like it because I don't have to worry about tide and stuff like that, and sharks, and yeah. I'm just a big fan of freshwater. Hey, if you do, Jason, invest in a rod for a big swim bait, definitely do that Technique series I was telling you about. 7.9 moderate heavy. It's a damn good. It's a damn good big bait rod. As long as you're not throw anything over like 4 ounces on it. That mag drive should be pretty good. That 8-inch Boss that Bass Pro Shop just came out with. Well, I can't say just came out with the 8 that Boss swim bait that they come out with. They've got an 8-inch version of it. So I bought one. It's like 3.3 ounces or something like that. So and that would totally work. You will for sure like check out the Technique series 7.9 heavy moderate for swim baits. That's I swear to God, dude. That's the one that I recommend a lot. A long time ago. Bo Nato, what's up, dog? Bo Nato was one of the dudes that was at that lake at Beckley that I caught that big ass 5 pounder on. Well, maybe she was 4 pounds. In the springtime, she was probably 5, but 4 pounds. I caught her on the Rogue. What was it? The Rogue. Can't even remember. Yeah, you're right. I did. He said, I met you at the lake in Louisville, Kentucky with my friend and you showed us this huge bass. And yeah, so he said, by the way, I messaged Rogue Baits about some crappie stuff, and they said something after New Year it would be up on the website. Yeah, they're not gonna. I've been testing some crappie stuff. The I haven't done a lot of crappie fishing, but I've been testing some of them, and they look really good. They look really good, and I've heard, that it's gonna be after first of the year when that crappie stuff comes out. Can you show me the lure you were using? I was using the punch bug. Punch bug. All right, Bronado. When you go to Rogue, you're not gonna see the color I was using. What you're gonna see is a bunch of colors that was already made. And I asked for a specific color. And what you're gonna have to do is you have to buy 4 bags, 4 to get a custom color. So I think they're what, $5 or $6.99 a bag for 8 of them or something like that. Don't quote me on that. No, I'm just saying. You have about 4 bags if you want a custom color. If you want the color that I used, it's called On the Flip Side. It's green pumpkin on one side and pumpkin on the other. So it's a darker shade. And on the bottom side, it's a lighter shade. Um, if you use Brandon 10, you'll get 10% off your order. You're welcome, man. If you use Brandon 10, you'll get 10% off your order. I'm just saying. I mean, what I like so much about Rogue is they're like local dudes. He lives out in Fern Creek, so if you're familiar with the area, the Louisville area, or the 502 area in general, you know exactly pretty much where he lives. So it's all. Oh, well, thanks, man. I appreciate that. So he's pretty local, and please, if you buy from him, use Brandon 10. That way, he knows that you got him from me. Not you got him from me, but you know that he knows that I know. Hold on, rephrase that. He knows that you got him from me. Not from me, but you know what I mean. Yeah. What do you do when you get a $15 bracelet off of eBay? Well, I don't really know. I mean, What are you doing with the bracelet? I mean, are you giving it to a significant other, anniversary, birthday? Oh, was that Trav? Do you say beastie? Like as in like Maleficent beastie? Yeah, beastie. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I'm hoping that I'm a lot cooler than I seem in person. Yes, mama. Seriously, it seems a little weird. No cap. No cap. Joking. Joking. You're good, man. You're good there, Mr. Toy Story. Hey, I'm glad y'all are on here. Thank you very much for joining in. Because I'm actually gonna go Sunday. I'm gonna go Sunday to Beckley and launch my kayak in that lake. Because I've been eagerly wanting to like just get in there and just let the 2D sonar just. I just want to see where fish are. Because I've fished from the bank so fucking much, so much. Like it's just so stupid. So I've been wanting to get in there and just see what's going on. I think this Sunday is what's going to happen on that one. You got a 12 pounder at where it wasn't Beckley. I guarantee you that. Maybe a catfish. At where? Where'd you get that one at? No cap. Riz. I'm sorry. Yeah, dude, I guarantee it was the catfish because it was not fast. I guarantee you that. Dude, there's some big fish in there. I promise you. And there were some big fish up there at the top lake too. But man, I can't make myself believe there's 12 pounders in there. Okay, it was the best I thought when he. Dude, don't you ever think you're still in my spot because you're not still in my spot. I'll catch fish and it won't even matter because next if you go the next day, the days are so different. Like when you go fishing, let's say I go tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday is gonna be so much different. No, hold on. If I went today, it'd be Wednesday. If I went tomorrow and I went fishing, Friday would be different. You're not going to catch them the same way that I'm catching them on Thursday. So the fact that you think that I'm still in you're still in my spot is not, dude. Don't ever just go fishing, man. Don't think about selling my spots. It's not like that big a deal. What you don't understand is um, myself and fishermen that fish that place will find fish where they are because you. All right, all right. I'm gonna tell you boys something. And yes, it was me and my grandpa. Okay, I mean that's cool. But I'm just saying that you don't need to worry about messing with my fishing spots. But I'm just telling you right now, you can say what you want to say, where bass are, where fish are, yada yada yada. They are where they are, and they are where you find them. And I'm quoting that from Brian Latimer, because I feel, regardless of what you know about fish, I don't give a fuck who you are. They could be anywhere. You're gonna find them where you find them. They'll be where they be. I'm just saying. So you have to basically just fish around and figure it out. Like what I'm saying is like, you know, it's like playing. It's like being the process of elimination, pretty much. You're fishing grass. They're not in the grass. You fishing in the sticks. You're out deep. They're not there. Where are they? So you've eliminated grass, sticks, and deep. They've got to be on points or something like that. You know what I mean? You've eliminated where they are not. You learn more about not catching than you do about catching. I live in what? I live in Taylorsville. I live literally like 15 minutes from the lake. Probably less than that. Hey, but I'm not joking about the about where you find fish at in these ponds and stuff. You probably won't find a bunch of them. You're gonna have to like explore, and you'll find one here, one there, and you'll eventually be like, okay, I caught that one on grass. I caught that one on sticks, and in the in some thick stuff, and I caught this next one just at her in no bank. So that just tells you just keep on going until you establish a pattern, which you catch a couple more on certain things, like a lay down or a patch grass, a patch of grass or something like that. And you can get a pattern, and once you go to a patch of grass, it's like there should be one right there, should be. So I'm going to throw in there. Or if you're catching them in laydowns, you go to the next laydown, you're walking down the bank, like there should be one in there. There should be actually more than one. It should be like a couple. How should I go about flipping this laydown the best way possible? And from the bank, you want to flip the closest first. You want to flip just barely into the water. If they're not there, throw out a little bit further. Because what's going to happen is if you throw at the very end of it and you catch a fish and you drag it all the way through it, it's going to scare all those fish away. So what you do is you cast to the, like, really just barely into the bank. And I'm talking about that tree over there by Beckley. I'm talking about that one. Over by Beckley. It's on the other side, the one side that y'all was on, or the opposite side y'all were on. You want to do it close and work your way out versus the other way around. Where am I from? I'm from Taylorsville, Kentucky. I live like literally right down the street from Taylorsville Lake. What's my piece of my mouth? I caught a. It was probably close to 4 pounds at the tailwater 3 years ago, December 26th. Hey, but that's not the question. The question of the day is if you had $100 to spend at Bass Pro Shop, what would you spend it on? That's the question. That is the question. If you had $100 to spend at Bass Pro Shop, what would you buy? Yeah, if you got a hand with your hand, that's good. Yeah. What is my main spot? Dude, I don't have a main spot. I think investing and get more in money. Me, that's pretty cool. Bo Nato said nothing invested and get more money. Buy a big kayak and new fishing bait caster and new fishing lures. Yeah, I get that, but what would you exactly buy? Is what I'm saying. I'm gonna eat. Of course you are. A new rod? Hey, that's legit. I got $100. I have $100 Bass Pro Shop gift card that I need to purchase some stuff on. New rod and line. All right. What rod and what line? What would I get? Well, I already got some spinner baits. Hold on. I got some spinner baits. They're the Covert Booyah Jason Christie spinner baits. I think, if I can remember this correctly, hold on. I got so many, I can't remember. I got the double willow in half ounce and an ounce. I got the single willow in half ounce and an ounce. I got the tandem in 3/4 ounce and 3/4 ounce. So I got two of those. And I think I got the finesse cover in half ounce in Indiana blades. Two of those, I think. I think one of them. Oh, hold on. One of them's Indiana, one of them's Colorado. So I got the finesse in half, and then okay. Yeah, I missed a bunch of fucking. It's almost in my country. Okay. I'm already hearing fireworks. Well, I'll be honest with you, I'm really not surprised we're not hearing it either. You get your baitcaster, bruh. Me and Bailey went swimming in the Ohio River and we jumped on a huge bass. Got it and ate it. I bet you did. Jonathan Ruth, do you want to elaborate on that? They jumped on a bass, caught it, and ate it. Okay. So, my question is, where were you jumping from? Jonathan, you're fucking funny, dog. Oh my god. So you jumped off a boat, jumped on a bass, wrangled it in, and you ate it. Dude, hey, I really hope that happened because that sounds fucking awesome. I'm not gonna lie about it. I hope that happens to me. I really do. I'm dead serious. I really hope that happens to me next weekend or this weekend. I jump off my kayak and I fucking grab a bass and it's just like you're fucking. I'm gonna knock the slabs. I'm knock the slabs off. I'm gonna knock the sides off of you when I get home. Can't wait. I hope that happens to me. But dude, hey, give me some nuts on that one. Boom. For some reason, I got like a. Evie, how's it going? It said you, Jonathan. It said I wish. You wish you could jump off a boat and grab a bass? That's what I thought we were talking about. The boat jumped on it and it brought us underwater and we brought it up back. Okay. I don't know if anybody else can see this or not, but just check this one out. These ninjas jumped on a bass. It brought them back up, and they surfaced with it, took it on the boat, and ate it. And dude, I ain't gonna lie. I swear to God, I hope that happens to me, like tomorrow. Not gonna lie about it. I mean, your boy's got a point there, Travis. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. I tell you what, though, I ain't gonna lie. If I had $100 gift card to Bass Pro Shop, I would buy the chance of me jumping on a bass and me getting into the boat and filleting it and eating it. That's what I'd buy with $100. Swear to God. Maybe even 1,000. If it was a 10 pounder, I'd pay 1,000. Yeah, 1,000%. I mean, would anybody disagree with me? There's no way you could disagree with me. I mean, you can, and that's fine, but that would be a core memory, dude. You would never ever like nobody. You could have dementia and you'd never forget that. Yeah, Travis, I'm down with it. I go to Beckley all the time. Has anybody got TikTok? It's almost time. Take them shades off. 10:47. So we got 13 minutes. 13. I bet you if you took You're back. Well, go up in the comments and see what you missed. Yeah, you deserve it. Promise. Man. So how many bluegills did y'all catch? I'm just curious. And where did you catch them? Did you catch them at Beckley? Because there's a lot of bluegill in there. People may not know that. Hmm. So you caught them at Beckley? Yeah, Travis, I'm talking to you. Okay. See, I thought y'all was like at Beckley, and like you caught 10 bluegill at Beckley. I mean, there's some a lot of bluegill in there, but they're all like small. And then if you see a school of them, there's like a few big ones in there that's like 4 or 5 inches. But I can't I can't sit here and say that I've seen like a huge bluegill population in there. I mean, there is one, but there's not like those bass don't give a fuck. They care more about the trout than anything. And that's how they got so big, eating those trout. You can't like 6 or 7 fish at Beckley. Yeah, somewhere some places they do. Taylorsville. That's why when you're fishing shallow, you should be using bluegill baits instead of shad baits like everybody else thinks you have to be. You want to use like bluegill colors and stuff like that because shad don't get that. They don't go that shallow. Bass sees a big ass bright spinnerbait shad color, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing up here? You're not supposed to be doing. You're not even close to being up here. They see a bluegill color, and they're like, okay, that's reasonable. So if you're ever out in Tillsville and you're bass fishing, you're fishing shallow on the bank or from a boat or whatever, use bluegill colors. You're fishing out 10 foot less or 10 foot more. The shad color might come in more into play, but if you're fishing like 10 foot and shallower, then you're better off using bluegill colors or sunfish colors in general, like the greens and darks and purples and browns and stuff like that. What do you use a bait caster? Yes, I use a bait caster. A Bronado. Don't do 6.7 because you're gonna get banned here. I promise you. I don't fuck with that. If I make it to 2067, I hope I die before 2067. I hope that whole thing dies before I get there. So please don't do that. Bronado, I promise you, if you do that again, I promise you, if you do that again, you're not going to be here. Promise you. Thank you. Austin, I don't. Come on, dude. You know as well as I do. I put Limburger cheese in my fucking stink bait for years, man. So yeah, I'm just saying, it works. Nah, I mean, hey, has anybody got TikTok? Is anybody gonna go to TikTok? Dude, hey, I'm down, man. I'm just down right now. I got from Sunday at 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock. So if you want to go out starting at 10 o'clock, I have to be back on the bank at 2. So if Jonathan, if you want to do that, I'm cool, dude. Said, haha, I'm just messing with you. I didn't know what my name is on here, so it's your name, muffa. Hey, if anyone was wondering, homie or Austin Sweeney, 8597. That ninja's known me for a long time, so he's an OG homie for sure. How the fuck are you poor and don't have a TikTok? It has nothing to do with being poor. It means your like parents don't want you to have TikTok, probably. I'd say. Yeah, what's up, Austin? You doing all right, dude? I'm going to switch over to TikTok, man. I've been on here for almost a good hour, I guess. I gotta pee like you wouldn't imagine, so that's why I kind of keep it for. I keep this going for an hour, and then I gotta switch over to TikTok, and then I keep that for an hour, and it gives me time to go pee. I don't know. How many times are we gonna go for this, dude? My favorite fish is largemouth because I think they're more trickier than smallmouth and spotted bass. I feel like I feel like you have to work a little bit harder to find and figure them out than you do smallmouth and spotted bass. And I know somebody's gonna come up from the north or whatever and say smallmouth are fucking tough. I'm like, yeah, they are tough. It depends on the body of water, but the body of water that I'm in right now, or any body of water south of like Indiana, I feel like the largemouth is probably the most puzzling fish to catch of all the fish in freshwater. Like, find somebody they'll disagree with me, and I'll fucking argue with them. I promise you. Nobody's gonna argue with me on that one. What the? I missed a bunch of stuff. I'm sorry. Nobody's gonna argue with me on that one. Bro, if you get your Poco M7, then you're good and you'll have already a TikTok. Okay, Jonathan. Hey, I'm down, dude. I got a kayak, so if you want to go out and just like put them together, I mean, I'm fine with that too. Like you want to strap one to the other, I mean, we can do that. I've done that with another person, but we've like strapped them side by side, and it worked out pretty well. I mean, we went over some fairly rough terrain as far as like logs and stuff, and it worked out pretty well. I'll let you know. Let's see, Nash, you gonna get TikTok real quick? Do I play video games? No. I used to. I used to play Call of Duty back when Call of Duty was good. Now Call of Duty is fucking trash. And I never played Halo because Halo was trash back then too. Between Call of Duty 4 and Black Ops 1. That was the best. Call of Duty 4. No, actually, yeah, Call of Duty 3, actually. No. Call of Duty 4, Black Ops, all the way to Black Ops 4 was like the best. You're not going to get any better than that. Because Modern Warfare 3 was my jam. And I found so many places to hide and snipe, and motherfuckers didn't know where the hell I was at. They're like, we get back to the lobby, they're like, where the fuck were you, dickhead? Fuck you. Your whole fucking team sucks. I'm like, nigga, that's why I killed you like 17 times and you couldn't find me. That's why I was so good. It's like, you know, yeah, Tecmo Bow, dude. I was jamming Tecmo. That was my jam. Do you play fishing games on Xbox? I don't even know what they are. Sorry. Minecraft. I'm sorry, man. Technoblade? I don't even know what Technoblade is. Do you got to remember, you motherfuckers, like, what are y'all, like 14, 15 years old? I'm like 43. Like, the video games that I played back in the day were not even close to the ones y'all play now. So it's kind of hard for me to relate, like, even close to what you're talking about. And like I said, at the peak of my video game playing was, when did Black Ops 5 come out? Let's put it this way. There was Modern Warfare 3, and there was a Black Ops, and there was a Modern Warfare 4, or whatever it was. Once that Black Ops came out, I was done. I couldn't fucking do it anymore because it was not sniper friendly. They had plugged all the holes that you could just chill and like snipe people and they couldn't find you. And I was like, it's not even a sniper friendly game anymore. I just couldn't. I don't know. I didn't want to play it. So from that era on, I didn't do. We used to go to all the fucking, like, whenever the Black Ops or Treyarch, they would come out with a new game, we would be there camping out to get it, and like we would get it and we go home and play it. It'd be 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and we get home and we'd fucking play it until like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, or even 8 or 9. Yeah, Jonathan, I have to agree with you, man. Old Call of Duty is never going to be beat. Call of Duty 4 all the way to Modern Warfare 3 is probably my fave. Like, we played so much, man. Like that's what we did. Like, I didn't even fish. I'm not joking, dude. I didn't even fish at that time. Like, I was busy playing Call of Duty. No, no bullshit. Say, actually, Gran Turismo was the last game I was into. Don't remember which version. PS1, I think. I was never into Gran Turismo. I mean, I'm sure it's a pretty badass game. Hit the grind, Call of Duty, and hit trick shots with the Fan Clan, Phase Clan. I don't know what the fuck that means. Phase Clan. Dear, no, we don't know what Solar Smash is. I don't. I'm just familiar with going into a building, putting the claymore next to the door, sitting in the back, watching with a sniper rifle, with a hold on, intervention, and with a shotgun, secondary. That was it, dude. Intervention, fucking, and then if I heard the claymore go off, switch to the shotgun, turn around. If they hit the claymore, if they didn't, they get blasted on. And plus, I had some homies that was helping me out too, so we were actually running in a clan. doing the same thing. I had a homie with me. We were looking at different windows, and we had different claymores on different doors, and we both had shotguns, and we were hard to beat. We were really hard to beat. Um, that was fun. I ain't gonna lie. Not gonna lie. The Call of Duty days were fun. And if you was wondering, the first Black Ops, I think it was, where they had that. I can't remember the name of the map, but anyway, there was like they had like a tank out by the sea, and there was some patches of moss. There's like three of them on the left side of that tank. You could get in that moss, and nobody could see you, and you could watch this area that was uphill, and that kind of sucked because you were watched uphill because it kind of made you at a disadvantage, but you could see them and they couldn't see you. So if you saw them way up there, you could watch them come down, and you could get them, and you could like kill them at your own pace. Like if they came down all the way down, you could get them, but if they went another direction, that's fine. But I'm just saying that if you could sit in this patch of grass with a sniper rifle and just turn, and nobody could see you unless you knew that spot. Nobody could see you. Do I have merch? No. I actually tried applying for merch at Amazon, and I don't think I applied for it correctly because they turned me down, which is fine. But I don't think I have enough followers or subscribers because I got like what 994 or 5, something like that. I had 2015, but all of a sudden, yay, let's let's unsubscribe to local hammer. Not sure why, but okay, and that's fine. I don't care. If they subscribe to me and they unsubscribe, they weren't subscribed for the right reasons, and that's fine. But uh, there will be merch. There will be. Not right now, but there will be. Hold on. I must have missed something. I'm sorry. What the fuck? It's a game that you destroy plants. Okay. There are good COD players. Yeah, there's a lot of good COD players. I mean, there's a lot that, they use different perks and different weaponry, and, they do things differently. And that's what the great thing about Call of Duty and fishing is you can do things your own way. The outcome is on you, and it depends on how you do it. That's what I like about Call of Duty, and what I like about fishing is, you can choose whatever you want to do, and it's all basically up to you, and your outcome is basically what you've chosen to do. If you chose to do this, this, and this, the outcome is going to be this. But if you chose to do this, this, and this, your outcome might be, more favorable to what you want. And I'm gonna go ahead and just fishing is like so weird. It's so individual, and it's so like instinctual. And I know that sounds weird, but it really is. If y'all don't agree with me, then I promise you should. I've gotten down to the comments here. I'm going, and there's even the Earth. I don't know what that means. Do you have merch? No, not yet. Are you staying on here or going to TikTok? I'm going to stay on here for a little while. I know it's past 11, but Travis, good riddance, dude. Have a good one. Well, let's see. Jonathan, I'll be honest with you, man. I think we should let's go to TikTok. And I don't know if you've ever been on my TikTok before, but there is some different folks there. Just giving you fair warning. There might be somebody on there that says they wants to drink my boys. Yeah. But I can't say the gay word. I can't say gay. I've been banned before on TikTok for saying I'm not that. But yet somebody can say on the comments that they want to drink my boys. Yeah, that sounds fair. Just giving you a fair warning, dude. That's how it is over there. Uh, it's a different world. So if you want to join me, I'm fixing to go over there, and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go pee, and I think I'm gonna make me another drink and see what the TikTok world's going on with. Oh, dude, hey, Jonathan, I promise you, it's gonna be entertaining. Um, that's what I love about TikTok is I never know what I'm gonna run into. Like, I might run into some folks that say, uh, "What's your pronouns? Him or her, or she or her?" And they're expecting me to be pissed off and be like, "No, fuck you," And I'm like, I'm not about that life. So, I'm like, yeah, you're gonna try that again. You're gonna get deleted. And they're like, oh, okay. So you look like a Kamala Harris supporter. They go down that route and like, oh, you didn't vote for Kamala Harris, so you must have voted for Joe Biden. I'm like, yeah, no, I didn't vote for them either. It's a big waterfall of once they figure out that they can't like control me with my anger, they try to find something down the waterfall that will trigger me, and I find it funny. I'm like, I know exactly what you're doing, and you're not going to piss me off that much. So you might want to find something different. But anyway, I greatly appreciate y'all tuning in. This has been a fun little thing. Uh, I will definitely see you all Sunday. I mean, actually, might even see you all before then because I might make a video Friday. I bought something lure wise that I'm pretty excited about. I'm probably going to show you all Friday. So if you don't see me Friday, I'll see you Sunday with that surprise. It's either be Friday or Sunday. So, hey, thank you all very, very much for attending. And I'll see y'all over at TikTok or Friday or Sunday. Later.